is John Galt? This question is the first sentence of Ayn Rand's famous novel Atlas Shrugged. This book, published on October 10th, 1957,
violence was when, again, our young black
most
boys,
crime committed by white people.
Our young black boys are not the violent ones in America, no matter how much they try to perpetrate it as that. Our young black men are moving forward. The majority of violent crimes that happen in America is 69% committed by white men.
And see,
so this whole idea that white people are safer than us is a lie and is a fallacy that we got to stop. And this is a part of, for me, the black fatigue. Like literally, the FBI put out the stat. It's not me saying it. The FBI put out the stat. 69% of all violent crimes are done by white men.
Yep.
So
and not only that,
we got to stop allowing people to put the jacket on our young black men that all these black violence when.
I mean, we need training. Black people need to be trained and taught about economics.
And we talk about investing, but doesn't investing, where does it start? What's the catalyst of 2053 being a thing, man? Can we change it or is it over? This is fantastic. I read up on it briefly.
John Galt is right. It's over. It's over, man.
I think he's right. I think
it's over, man.
Yeah. There's no pulling back from this because for every
He sees you do these things. He sees you overcome difficulties. He sees you overcome tax problems. He watches you acquire property. He watches you bid and get properties and watch white folk cave into your abilities. He watches that for years. You die, he's ready to roll. But the man that's sleeping on the street has the same skills. He just hasn't had to practice. He hasn't had any damn body to lead him, to show him how talented he is.
I agree. I do agree that there's no one to show these people. And the problem is that the talented blacks, they're gone, man. They're
a bunch of damn phonies. You want to line them up and shoot them at something.
I want you. I have some strong feelings. I want you to listen to this. And so here's a video. I played it for my channel, and I'm gonna bring it to New York. Go in Harlem. A lot of Harlem rappers, right? A lot of Harlem rappers have made a lot of money.
Unfortunately,
right? And so what I want to do is I want to play this for you. This is a man in Philadelphia, and he's basically, you could say the same thing here in Harlem. I'm not going to play it for the audience. They may be able to hear it, but they've heard this, but you'll be able to hear this.
Realize, y'all, you know what I realize, y'all? That black people are some of the most dumbest people on the planet. You think what I'm saying? Y'all see this shit right here? Like, here it is, right? They never had this cheesesteak spot. All of a sudden, the Italian people open up a cheesesteak spot and they getting paid. Black people, only thing we want to do is kill, manipulate, make fun of our own kind, misjudge, and all type of fuck shit. But here it is. Every time one of these people, these Italian people open up a business, we patronize them and get them hundreds of thousands of dollars. But we don't never patronize our fucking self. Why is it that y'all millionaires from Philly, or y'all niggas who made it from Philly, don't open up simple stores like this and give people jobs? Just because y'all selfish. Black people, we are selfish, ignorant, rude to each other, and that's some fucked up shit. Excuse my language.
And so what he's saying, and we're gonna bring it to New York, is that this is a man said, just create something simple for us. The bodegas, the corner stores, so we can have jobs and we have places to go eat. So we don't have to go to the Ark and don't even know what the hell we saying, and it's a language, a culture barrier. They said, why don't Meek Mills and all the Philly rappers do it? Every time I cut the internet on, I see 50-year-old Jim Jones. You know who Jim Jones is?
No,
You never heard of him?
I don't think so.
He's probably been around. He's probably been filming right around here because I think I saw him filming at the. Isn't it a hamburger place across the street? Where's it? Harlem Shakes. The burgers.
It's a couple of blocks north, and then one block south, west, east rather.
Okay, was it about 125th?
Yeah, 125th Street.
It's Harlem Shake. This is a burger place, right?
Right.
And I've seen Jim Jones there. And Jim Jones is a 50-year-old rapper. He dresses like a 20-year-old. Puffy's from Harlem.
Yeah.
Right. And Dipset, Cameron, all these people.
Right.
Are there any businesses run by these blacks?
No.
Not one.
No, not one.
Not one black business. Why do you think that is?
Because they don't understand the world. They don't understand that you need an economic base. Like this fellow was saying, that the Italians come in and we patronize them. But those who get money, the blacks that have made it, don't understand. You need to be in your own neighborhood, and not that's in a racist way, but you need to set up an economic base, and then we need to train each other's how to run these various types of business. We don't do that. We train each other how to be rappers, though. We do that.
Nigga, I swear for God, I'm gonna take these niggas out these big hats and shit. They gonna have to come up out these fucking big hats. I'm gonna take these niggas up out these big hats. They're not gonna feel comfortable. Come up here every day in a big fucking cap. I'm gonna feel comfortable doing that. Cause I'm gonna keep calling this motherfucking shit out until they ain't gonna feel comfortable. You know, on my phone. Yeah, here's my phone. Shit, I'm going about tipsy right now. I got some shit we're gonna roll through. Trust me on that. And I saw a couple things, I'm always paying attention. A software developing hard, so I see patterns and I see things. And so this is what did I see? The other day I saw something like this. I saw something like this. Here's what I saw. This is what I saw. Let me put this shit on Twitter so I don't lose it. Let them store it for me. How about that? Yeah, I saw something like this. Okay, I do that. All right. And we got 7 people in the audience right now. All right. I'll put it up there like this. It says something like this. Damn. And I just hit it. The fuck did I put it? Whatever. Alright, let me where did I put it here? Let's see. Save. Is it in my photos? Okay, it should be in photos. Where the hell is it? That's weird. Maybe it's at the bottom of my photos. There it is. Did it? All right, I found it. All right. So I saw this the other day. Let's see. Where's my string? Where's my... here it is. I was sharing the guy. All right, here it is. Here's what I saw the other day. One second. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second.
So on paper, it's half. Not literally a half kid. Just shorthand for me be expecting.
The reality is, as black people, we would be able to afford it. If you have a black man and a black woman, we would be able to afford 5 kids if we wasn't so damn flashy. If we wasn't so damn flashy and didn't have such a ridiculously high expectation for what our lifestyle is supposed to be. See, black people used to live below our means. Now we live above it. A lot of these immigrants that come in from other countries, they're coming from countries where they're poor. So they'll come here and they'll live below their means and make their money. But they still value family. So they don't look at having a child as a burden. They look at having children as a blessing.
So on paper, it's half. Not literally a half kid. Just shorthand for me be expecting.
The reality is, as black people, we would be able to afford it. If you have a black man and a black woman, we would be able to afford 5 kids if we wasn't so damn flashy. If we wasn't so damn flashy and didn't have such a ridiculously high expectation for what our lifestyle is supposed to be. See, black people used to live below our means. Now we live above it. A lot of these immigrants that come in from other countries, they're coming from countries where they're poor. So they'll come here and they'll live below their means and make their money. But they still value family. So they don't look at having a child as a burden. They look at having children as a blessing.
And as he's saying this, he has a cocaine, as I said in the earlier stream, a cocaine and caviar sweatshirt on. Let me see what else he has on. Fancy sunglasses, a clean white New York Yankees hat, 2 rings, sunglasses, a Cuban link gold chain, and a watch. Some kind of fancy looking watch. It's the same person that's out here on the internet telling people that they too fancy and shit. While he's the one that clearly is being fancy. And that is, what I've seen on the internet in my short stay here is that there are a lot of people telling you what you should or should not do and things like that and giving you advice while they're doing the exact opposite. I'm not sure if anyone is typing anything in the chat. I don't see any chat. So, well, I see some people in the chat, but if someone's there, you want to let me know you're there, feel free. But I did want to play something as it relates to that Angry Man video there, and it was, what was it? Yeah, what's up, Jersey Hammer? What's up? This is when I want to play this for you. Yeah, I found it. Yeah, man, I've been drinking a little tequila. I started on the early stream. I probably did 1 hour and a half there. I want this and shit.
I want you to send that shit.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Listen, see, this is what I'm saying. They dumb as fuck. Man, these motherfuckers so dumb. Did you hear that? Did you hear it? Did you hear that? I want you. I missed it the first time. Listen.
I want that same shit, verbatim.
I want that same shit, verbatim. Did you hear it? Did you hear it? Freeze on you there. Did you hear that?
Who the hell is verbatim?
He's saying
verbatim. Oh my god. I was like, who the fuck is Roberto? Wow.
See what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This is Izzy Bands right here. He's using the word verbatim, and his dumbass audience, they don't correct him. They can't correct him. They may be laughing at him, or they may not know the word, or they just let it go. And he verbatim. Why you calling me black?
I want that same shit verbatim that you said. I want you to send that shit to me back in the app. No. You calling me out my motherfucking name.
What, you not black?
Why does that have to be because I'm black?
What if I called you white? Would that make you feel better?
No, it doesn't matter. You know my name. I'm a motherfucking customer.
I don't know your name.
I'm a renter. You don't know my name? Well, why would you ask?
Ask you what?
Well, my name is. You call me out my shit.
I ain't calling you out your name. You are black, don't you?
No.
You're not black?
No.
What are you?
Big ugly ass, dumb, low IQ black. They're running away from being called black. They're ugly.
No, what are you?
Big ugly.
Well, my name is. You call me out my shit.
I ain't calling you out your name. You are black, don't you?
No.
You're not black? No. What are you?
Big ugly ass, dumb, low IQ black. They're running away from being called black. They're running away from who they are. Because ultimately, who they are is the problem. I call this black a black. And he took us exception to it.
I'm black. What are you? What do you know who I am?
You look black for me.
Okay, that's cool.
What are you?
That doesn't matter. But the fact is, I got respect on my motherfucking name.
Nigga, we finished it, we done. Woo, you better put some respect on my
Crazy.
Verbatim.
Crazy.
Man, you know, it's been so many clips on this channel.
You know what's
And you know, I was looking through some clips today. And I ran up on one that blew my mind. Because it should have endeared some respect from a nigga. And this just goes to show you about blacks. Honestly, I'm teaching people about blacks tonight. I saw that what's the lady's name? Pearly Things. And there's a black on the internet that doesn't like me. Let me see if I can pull him up. I got him already up. I shouldn't say it. Let me see if I can pull him up. Anyway, his name is CKJ3. You guys you probably familiar with CKJ3, right? CKJ3. And you know, I guess I've been streaming long enough now to have some experience with these people. And so CKJ3 is an interesting one. Because here's CKJ3. Damn. Hold on for 1 second. Sheesh. What's going on here? Whatever. All right. Here's CKJ3. This is what's interesting. Again, like I see blacks do this shit all the time, so it's not new to me. Who's that? Big Dog. Man, again, like I see CKJ3 over on Stanley's. No problem. I see him talking shit about me. I see him saying his super chats to CT. No problem. Ain't got no problem there. But he has a particular axe to grind with me. And I'm going to show you niggers something today. I'm going to go all around the world with these niggers if I feel like it. Trust me. Late night with Young Galt, so I'm freestyling. Here's CKJ3. Where is this shit? Where did I put it? Here's CKJ3. And, you know, the nigga should really respect me. Fucking nigga should respect me after this. Because this nigga saw me live in action. Where is it? Where did I fucking put it? Oh, here it is right here. This is a CKJ3 from a few, it might have been, when was this? This was a year ago. Nigger! A year ago today. Show you what kind of nigger I am. A real nigga. I was on the Pearly's channel today, and the studio man said nigga to be sniping at me out of CT channel. I'm saying, nigga, And he asked me something today. He asked me something. He said, "Why don't you move out of the Southeast?" He said, "You stupid." So I think I got a screenshot of it. I said, "Man, I ain't got no problem living over here. Yeah, I'm fine where I am. My lady live in Virginia. I could stay there as much as I like any night. Some nights I am there. Some nights I'm not there." But anyway, this is CKJ3. And this show you the fickle nature of blacks. Trust me. It's CKJ3. And let's share the tab. And I can believe you because I seen him over there on Stanley's channel talking shit about me. And from this alone, he should have known that, like, John Gall's a real nigga. Right? Listen to this. This is from a year ago today exactly. November 23rd, 2024. And this is CKJ3 on the panel with me. This is a black guest named Diamond that called in. She had a child stranded in the cold rain after the checkout. This is what you're about to hear right here. Listen, I can't make any decisions for anything. You know what I mean?
Hey, John, she like, is there anything that I can do?
CKJ, listen, you know, I'm just in there cleaning up. I can't make any decisions for anything. I don't want to think she just paying me. You know, she's going to be paying me. But, you know, I'm just in there cleaning up. I can't make any decisions for anything. You know what I mean?
Hey, John, she like, is there anything that I can do?
That's CKJ3 right there. What he's saying is that the woman was saying to me, basically saying, I give you some pussy to let me stay in this room. I have nowhere to go. I got a child stranded in the cold rain after a checkout. This was a year ago.
Oh man.
John, she was trying to give you that cat.
I can't think of that. And John didn't take it. That's CKJ3 right there. That's CKJ3. You heard him. He said, John, she trying to give you some pussy. But John didn't take it. These night shift workers up in New York. Listen.
Anything that I can do?
Distance, you know, I don't want to think she just paying me, you know, she's gonna be paying me, but you know, I'm just in there cleaning up. I can't make any decisions for anything, you know what I mean? So,
hey, John, she like, is there anything that I can do?
Oh man.
John, she was trying to give you that cat.
I can't think of that.
Hey, I see you was all quiet on purpose. She kept repeating herself. Is there anything that I can do?
God damn. Now you say it like that.
Hey, it's Virgo. It's Virgo from back in the day. And I got to find a phone call. It's someone here somewhere. But this was Diamond, the woman who was down on her last leg. And she had a child. And the child was like in the shower, I guess. Damn, I'm almost out of tequila, guys. I got one more beer and we'll be done. And so she was almost out of, well, the child was in the shower. She was like, can my child at least finish the shower? But this is just a clip of it, of CKJ3 here. And you think about it, if you ever see him on the internet, you see him over on Stanley's channel, and you hear how he talks about me. But right here on this channel, when I could have, yeah. You know, well, what you talking about? You want to sleep with me for some money? Sure, no problem, right? And that alone should have given him, you know, some reason to at least respect me. I showed you Speak Radio and all these other people that you know, at some point they say, you know what, John, you know, you're not that bad of a guy, and but the CKJ3, he continues on with the hatred. And I think part of it is what I show is very difficult for a lot of people to see. Well, let me play the rest of this clip and then I'll get to it. You know, guys, I told you to remind me to play some things. This is CKJ3.
Did you hear it, Virgo?
I did hear it, but now that you say it like that, I get it now.
See, and this is the thing why you never ever hear John Galt talking about women. It's never been a problem for me. Never ever. Not that I sleep with my tenants. I just never had a need to. I've always been in a fairly good position to not have to, fret about women. And I think that CKJ3 and all these other people that notice these things. It hasn't been my life. Anyway, I just wanted to point that out again because, what's up, Artifacts? CKJ3 is a guy who talks a lot of shit about me and a lot of them. And he also will probably talk shit about a lot of unscrupulous landlords. Some of the unscrupulous landlords that I've covered here, we've called them on the stream, right? You guys that have been around here for a while, you remember those calls that we called to landlords on the stream. So anyway, a couple of things I did want to get into tonight. This is kind of, we're going to start off light. How about that? I've never had oxtail before. And I did not know this is how oxtail looks. This is what oxtail looks like. This is how it really.
Good old oxtails right here, baby. You already know. For those that like to eat ass, there you go. This is where it comes from.
It's a fucking oxtail.
Good old oxtails right here, baby. You already know.
Before. I hear it's good though, man.
For those that like to eat ass, there you go. This is where it comes from.
Man, I hear it's good. The Caribbeans love it. Caribbeans love it. It's a delicacy. Apparently, a cow only has one ass, one tail, and tail doesn't have a lot of meat. So oxtail is clearly a delicacy in Brooklyn, where I live part time there. Oxtail the ass. Anyways, moving right along. A lot of times, as I said, we called a landlord a while back, and it was actually a lady. Damn, I should pull that call up. It was actually a lady that called me. She was looking for a room for rent, and she was telling me about how there were rats and stuff in her building. How many of you remember that phone call from the lady that she was living directly behind me in an apartment here in Southeast? And that's one of the things. If you live, damn. I'm trying to stay monetized, guys. Let me show you something. Before I go too far, all right, let me do this. Look at it. So, all right, before I go too far, let me share this with you. Look at this. Check this. So I have to be very, very careful. You know what I'm saying? I have to be very careful. How can I show this to you? All right, I'll show it to you like this. No, that's not it. All right. Okay. All right. Here's what I do. All right. All right. Look at this. Check this. Look at this. Right. So I did a stream. It was a while back. I don't know when I did this. This must have been when Nightish came up on my stream and was talking shit. Right. And so I did a stream, reacted to him, his baby. And I don't know what I said exactly, but so here's what they say. So your content is back on YouTube. So I edited out whatever they said. I don't remember exactly what it was. But then here's the thing that you have to be very wary of. For those of you that stream on YouTube, you're probably familiar with this. If you receive one of these violations, if you haven't, this will be news. Excuse me, this will be news for you. Your content was removed due to a violation of our community guidelines. You received a warning. If you take action, you can appeal if you think we got it wrong. You also can take an optional training to remove the warning after 90 days. If you violate this policy again within 90 days of completing the policy, you'll get a strike. And you won't be able to do things like upload, post, or live stream for a week. So when you see people that get strikes and all that kind of stuff, that's what they're talking about in many, many cases. And so I don't talk about, harming anyone up here. I don't do that. And So I'm not exactly sure what I said that really flew outside of the guidelines, and the warning came, maybe a month later after the actual stream. So with that being said, you just never know. You just never know, and so you have to be very wary of YouTube and all that. If you didn't hear me last time, and we have 20 people in the audience, give or take, for all the people that supported the channel from day one and incrementally throughout the time, I often don't get a chance to say, thank you very much for supporting the channel. And as the CKJ3 and all these other people that, kind of bump into, kind of who I am, I like to keep it real up here, and here's another thing. I will tell you this. If I can show you this, I'll see if I can show it to you. Well, I'll show you this first. So this is I got an email from a lady that lives right here. This is a high-end building. And it's a white lady actually. And she says, if you have to move, please don't move in this building 3 Tree on Georgia Avenue Northwest. It's infested with roaches. My friend just moved in. There's roaches everywhere. I wish she wouldn't have read the ratings. Wish she would have read the ratings first when she looked for an apartment. Anybody looking to move, please ask me about the buildings. I know people live in all these so-called luxury buildings and seen most of this stuff firsthand. And that is exactly true. We've heard this on the ghetto side of town, and this is on the nice side of town. I know exactly what this is Northwest DC. And so that is kind of what's happening here, is that a lot of these developers are throwing up units, putting people in there, and in some cases there are vouchers attached to these people, and they're bringing their filth with them. And so that's kind of what you see there. We're gonna go a little bit into this. I said I was going to do NFL, but before I do NFL and football, I'll do a little bit of hip hop culture here. So a couple things I've been saying, I want to cover this.
Well, in 7th of July, do you feel like it's a fascist statement or a foot sauna?
I'm gonna go whatever's comfortable for you. If you can wear it, if it's comfortable for you, own it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes in the summer, you could wear some chuckers or something. You could throw the constructions on with some girl socks or some thin socks, throw the footy.
Girl socks. Yeah, are men wearing girl socks now? I did not know that. Anyway, this is Max B, a man who just come home from prison. And there are not many people talking out about this. And, I'm not going to say I find this phenomenon interesting. Yeah, I've seen it many, many times before. But it is somewhat fascinating in a way that you see how Black culture is coalescing around a man who's done 17 years in prison. And as we get into the videos, you'll see people around him who have tremendous amounts of wealth. And they don't have anything for him to do other than rap again. You say, wow, shouldn't these people have something else to do other than rap? And so here's the video here. Let me start it from the top.
It's a fascist statement or a foot sauna?
I'm gonna go whatever's comfortable for you. If you can wear it, if it's comfortable for you, own it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes in the summer, you could wear some chuckers or something. You could throw the constructions on with some girl socks or some thin socks, throw the footies on. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, they make your feet hot a little bit, but yeah, I went and bought some Louis Vuitton joints. Them joints, they look good, but the room I need my feet roomy, okay? Right. I'm an older guy. I like to feel comfortable. I'm not so much I'm ready to go out there and get some sketches. This New York, so you gotta walk hard. You gotta walk hard out here.
Well, in 7th of July, do you feel like it's a fascist statement or a foot sauna?
Someone says he giving fashion advice. It is kind of funny though. He's been in prison for a very long time, and he's out here giving fashion advice. That is something. you know, another thing I think you'll notice from him, he's not in the best of shape. For him to have spent 17 years in prison, he is quite flabby. You know, that's one of the things I've noticed about him. And so here's
Couldn't get paid.
yeah. Here's a chain that I guess that he bought here. Yeah. Mm. Mm-hmm. You know, I didn't grow up listen to New York City rap, and apparently he is wavy or something associated with wavy, and so this chain and stuff like that is a man surfing on top of I guess a wave of diamonds, and that's what you're seeing here. And so he's come out of prison again. He has a chain, not very different, a little more gaudy, but a very similar chain to Angry Man. And he's spending his money the same way that Angry Man spends his money. You see this here, and then, you know, the Izzy Bands of the world. This is how blacks spend their money. Like these rappers and all these people, they had nothing better for him to do coming out of prison other than to give him change and then put him back in the studio to rap. And
This music, man.
yeah, that's correct. That's correct. You see, the wavy man. How many of you were even familiar with his music? I think it's a northern thing. From my understanding, it's more of a northern thing. We don't really listen to Wavy. What is it? Max Wavy. But anyway, my bigger point is I think the rappers should have something better for him to do than doing this. He's kind of making a fool out of himself there. The French Montanas of the world. I think he's married to a queen or something like that. There should be something better for Max B or whatever. And so
Going without MTV.
yeah. Anyway, and so is there more Max B? Do I have more Max B here? More Max B before? Oh, yeah. Here's Max B performing in Rochester. And I think we rushed off the stage here. Freaking OG. They're not respecting OG. They had to rush him off the stage, and that's what you're seeing right there. And so again, he's back right in the same old, like, the muck of everything. And you know, you would think that 17 years away, they would not ask him to come back and get involved in this kind of foolery. But here's Max B. I say no muscle definition there. 17 years in prison, man. Big belly, arms fat. You'd think he would have shown a little bit more discipline in prison. Again, you know, the reason why I'm focusing on this, some people may ask me this. This is an interesting black phenomenon, honestly. Like, this is a very, very interesting black phenomenon. Is that they didn't have anything better for him to do. He's in the studio. He's getting ready to rap. He's getting ready to cut a jig at damn near 50 years old. He probably went to prison, engaged in some BS involving these people. And now all they have to offer for him is, hey, come back in the studio at 50 and talk that wavy gangster stuff. That's all they have built for him 17 years later. And so again, this is just all very interesting to me. When you bring it back to the Pastor Manning, you wonder the Jim Jones of the guy, the world is still strolling around like teenagers. And look at this guy. Jesus fucking, and like, I've never moved like that. I don't move like that. I ain't wavy. Look how he's moving. He's a very soft man in a very hard world. Look at all the gold chains, the frivolous things he spends his money on here. Anyway, and it's Max B. And a little more to Max B. And here's Max B again.
So we here. We at the Gucci store. Let's show you what the big veil out. Ain't been out a week. Ain't been out a week. So we gonna do, look at the cream. Look at the cream. Look at the cream. Look at the green. That's wee. OMG.
It's almost like a child. It's almost like childlike for trinkets to put around his neck.
So we here. We at the Gucci store. Let's show you what the big veil out. We've been out. Ain't been out a week. Ain't been out a week. Ain't been out a week. So we gonna do, look at the cream. Look at the cream. Look at the cream. Look at the cream. Look at the green. That's wee. OMG.
Man, these people are fucking retarded.
So we here. We at the Gucci store. Let's show you what the big veil out. We've been out. Ain't been out a week.
And again, like, you know, the reason why I hop on this is that, like, if you ever want to know why black people are poor in America, this is it. They throw good money after bad, and then they don't provide a landing place for this guy. They're gonna put him back in the studio. Go back in the studio and get back to rapping again. 20 years later, you're like 45. You don't even know what to rap about. Life has passed you by. And this is
Man, Sunday to Sunday. All right. That's OD Soho, man. Max Bigavell just grabbed up some Supreme joints. Well, wifey the mean sweatsuit with the pink money joints from Curry. She got the J's with the motherfucking. We out here in New York going crazy.
yeah, he's going crazy, all right. It's for sure. And again, if his album doesn't hit, he'll be back out on the street. All these guys that are like behind him now, they will forget all about him. And where will he be then? Like, this is truly amazing. Like, he's probably spent enough money to pay for him a house, a place to live, make amends with the children that he left behind for 17 years. And it's just not there. And that is what I try to explain to the people like the what's their name? Pearly Things of the world. That's why I think I would have been very interesting on her panel, because there was no one to talk about things like that. Like, this is a 50-year-old man. And again, it runs up and down the spectrum. And if I were to pull up Angry Man right now, I bet he probably is bedazzled just the same. And so it's very interesting. It's just never been something that captured me the way it seems to capture these young men. And here's another one. I don't know. Where's the volume on it? Or whatever, but he's showing his decked out, his fashion. Again, I don't know. It's always very interesting to me to see these men spending like fortunes on fashion and not having a place to live, something like that, or just getting out of prison and putting so much emphasis on that. I said I was going to look up the Angry Man. Let me see. Is he streaming tonight? Am I a subscriber to his channel? He's streaming. Is he streaming? Is that right? There's Angry Man. Oh, you know what? He's taking his chain off, but you know he has the hat. Another. I wonder if it's the same Yankees cap. Maybe the same Yankee cap. Okay, fair enough. All right. I don't mean to harp on Angry Man, but again, it's a lot of consumerism. You know, I just find it very interesting because I go in and out of all these people's homes and I see all of this stuff. So I don't know, it's always very interesting. Anyway, let me get back to. Oh, yeah, did I show this? I think I showed this. What is this? I'm just going down the line here.
Guys, welcome to my reaction.
Oh, this is
series.
Pearly. Oh, this is
Pure
Pearly.
hip-hop. Sorry, reaction. Oh my gosh. I have been filming all of the reactions for the month, so I have more time to stream. And I'm just used to saying that, so I apologize. Okay, so I thought I was done talking about this, but I think I'm not because I just can't stop thinking about it. So I did a panel on a few days ago. And on this panel, people are upset because it came up that Black people have higher STD rates and commit more crime. And I don't really say this to be offensive. I say this just as a matter of fact. It just kind of is what it is. White people, we have our problems too. I'm really not trying to be holier than thou. But I just don't know why this is such like a offensive thing to say. And it's like when you say this, you know, the first line of defense is, you know, I was just on another show and the guy was like, well, what about the white people?
Yo, fuck that. You know what? The other day, I was talking about Pearly. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'll get back to that. All right. The other day, I asked some Black men, people on the panel. I said, you know, how does Pearly look? And people said, she a one. And so I said, well, how is she looking in the Black community? She wouldn't look that good. She wouldn't look that. I said, you know, hey man, whatever you say, right? And so I saw this on YouTube or Twitter, wherever the hell I'm looking for it now. And something struck me, and I'll leave it at that. And I'll let you guys be the judge. Here's the video here. And if you've seen this here, don't ruin it for everyone else. All right, so let me see if I can maximize this. I don't know if I can maximize it. So anyway, let me play this without the volume. And I'm going to tell you, okay. All right. These two girls right here, which one looks better than Pearly? Which one of these two Black girls right here looks better than just Pearly? Curious to know. I'm curious to know. Which of these Black girls look better than Pearly? Which one are you taking over? Which one was you taking over Pearly? I'm really curious to know. Hell, Pearly was a basketball player. So don't use that as an excuse. Which one of these ladies are you taking over Pearly right now? I need to know. Okay. Someone said Pearly isn't cute. Okay. Which one of these two you taking over her if you're a man? That's fine. You can say whatever. Which one of these women you think are getting picked over Pearly? We'll go on. I wonder, can I play this shit? Let me see. Okay. All right. Pearly or this one right here? Which one are you taking? See, someone said it gets Pearly. Okay, so Pearly wins again. Is that Pearly wins again? Is that Pearly wins again? Did we get another Pearly? Another vote for Pearly? Is that where we are here? Pearly wins again. All right, fair enough. All right. How about this one? Volleyball versus basketball. Both athletic sports, tall women. Where does Pearly stand up? I'm just curious to know. Because, see, if I go up there on Pearly's panel, see, I would have asked these people these type of questions. Sweetheart, Smoothie Queen, Miss Smoothie Queen, where do you think you stand up against Pearly thing if you walk through the ghetto? That's what I would ask you. Where do you think you stand up? Where do you think who do you think the men are gonna go to first? Miss Smoothie Queen. Did anyone see Miss Smoothie Queen up there? Where do you think she stand up against Pearly thing? Where would the men go in the ghetto if they had Smoothie Queen or Pearly thing? It's a legitimate question. Who saw Smoothie Queen up there? No one wants to confront these things. MC like, let's see what else we got. You know, it's 12 people. What, about 5 people on each side? Let's see what we got. Okay. It gets better. What you got? Should I put a poll up? Should I put a poll up? Pearly or this one? What you got for me? I'm curious to know. I'm gonna leave it up on the screen. Will someone give me an answer? Anyway, let's see. I'm almost out of tequila up here. Fucking pearly things or this thing on the screen. I was just asking questions, man. Let's see what we get. It might get better. It might get better. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Woo, wait, this is nice right here. Rep your hood, nigga. Yeah. Hey, pearly things are this one right here. We're gonna go down the list. I'm not gonna let you off the hook. Did someone say pearly? Come on. Don't make me put a poll up. Please don't make me put a poll up there. Don't make me put a poll up. Pearly things that this lady on the screen. Which one you guys going with? What? Someone said okay. I'm just asking, like, listen. These are both athletic women. Pearly was a basketball player, volleyball player. Blacks don't really play volleyball because of discrimination and wealth disparities and shit. So instead of volleyball, our black women play basketball. So I'm asking your own game. Which one would you guys take? Pearly or this woman on the screen? I'm just really curious. Just let me know. Which one? Which one you think, guys? I'm curious to know. I'm really curious to know. Anyway, yeah. On game here, on game. Pearly things, and we're gonna scroll through these women here. This is not some kind of, I'm not critiquing the women. I'm just asking you for your opinion. I'm not in the dating market, so I just wonder how you guys process these things. Anyway, so on to the next one. Yeah, damn. Intramural sports. Okay. I got something here. He ain't even close up to. Okay. All right. Y'all niggas you niggas that like these light skinned women, you might got something right here. It's a close one here. It's a real close one. This is a close one. We got a red ball. It's a real close one. Guys, it's a real close one. Gotta be honest. I need to. Come on, guys. We got a real close one here. Pearly or this one right here? You talking about athletic sister gals and white women. Pearly, this one right here. What y'all going with? They're both athletes, guys. So like they're all going to be, larger size women. Pearly and this woman. Which one you want? Don't make me put a poll up here. Anyway, moving right along. I don't even need to ask you on this one, do I? I know some of you niggas picking the white girl from mine. You be like, I take the white girl. I don't care how she look from the front. I know this right true. All right, so look, but we talking about sister gals tonight. So this sister gal number 22. I shoot 22s from time to time. 22, a Pearly. What you got? Anybody old 22? Jay-Z had a song, 22s. Something like that. 22s. What you got for me? 22 or Pearly? I'll wait for you guys to answer. You mean answering in the audience. Any 22s? Anybody rolling with the 22? Nobody rolling with 22. All right. Nobody's rolling with the 22. And on and on it goes. We're going to go through some athletic women here, and we're almost at the end of our rope here. And Pearly's ran a clean sweep. Is this a clean sweep? All right, guys, this woman right here or Pearly? See, what I'm highlighting here is like these women, like they get up on these pounds, these jaws and shit like this. And like, I mean, like, I ain't even gonna do it. Yeah, whatever. And I think Jaws is an attractive woman. Whatever it's worth. Yeah, I want to see this. Yikes.
First 3 minutes.
Yeah, all right. Anyway. Pearl, everybody says Pearl, fair enough. You scam. I saw you in Pearl's audience tonight. I covered this earlier. I'm going to cover it one more time, though, in case for the people that missed it. Fast forward a little bit. This is a line for housing in Washington, D.C. I am the land god, John Galt.
I just want to stop in for a moment to describe to you all what you are seeing and what's going on here. Now, this is the line to not just apply, but just to get an appointment date set for emergency rental housing assistance. Now, you can see all the lines here. I mean, this is fair to describe this as a complete failure, unorganized by the city, by DHS. We are at 64 New York Ave in Northeast DC. I want to show you the gate.
Wait a minute. In Max B's, that's the rapper we just talking about? No way. He just got what? Damn, you gonna make me switch up. What? Max B shot. What? Alleged shooting. Oh, no, it was in Rochester. He didn't get shot, though. They shot at him. No, he got shot at. They didn't shoot him. Yeah, I showed that video earlier today. Somebody shot him. I wonder why they would shoot at him, though. That's interesting. Max B, you better enjoy your best life, bro. You never know when this shit might come to an end. Where the hell I have that video? Fuck it up. Max B. Okay, I just put it out. There it is.
gates. This line was previously all the way out the gates and down to the back. There was more than 1,000 people in this line. Some people waiting overnight since midnight in the cold. There were seniors here, people with babies, and it was absolute chaos. I will say the people of this agency did not plan this out in detail. In fact, we have the director of DHS inside right now. We have police here at the front because we had people that had numbers, then they stopped giving out numbers. People were unsure on whether they would make it in or not. And then not only that, this is the only day that people can try to get appointments. People tell me that the agency sent them to the wrong building, to a building that is actually closed. The number given out for people to call, that line is also completely down. So people had no other choice but to come to this location. And this is the result. You can see the line is now wrapped around. People have been waiting here, some since 6 a.m. in the morning. Some still have not been given a number. We have people with babies, people who say they have to take off work for today. The city not giving any clear answers on why this was so disorganized and whether everyone will receive help or rather assistance. The director of the agency also not answering people in terms of what is going on here today. But you can see some of the length of just how many people are waiting. This also is a testament to where our city stands now. All of these people are in line. They say they're in need because they can't afford their rent, not their homes, but just rent to live here in the district. So this is a true reflection of what is happening within the district right now. We have been seeing some people from inside actually leaving. So we're trying to get some clarity on when all these people will be seen, because as I mentioned, many have been waiting in line out here in the cold since 6 in the morning, some since midnight, still waiting to get inside just to get an appointment date set.
Just to get an appointment.
We're going to give you another look of the line and the building. And mind you, this wraps all the way to the other side. There's also, you can copy and paste this to the other side of the building as well.
Look at that one right there. Look at the police that got there. This is right as you come into DC from Maryland, right here. This is northeast DC. Look at the headband on this sister. My future tenants here. My bucket running over. I need to go down there and tell them, look, I got room for rent. Look at all these people. God almighty. They could be looking for work. This is right as you come into DC, man. This is really amazing. Yeah, I was thinking about making a content out there. I got to get some people that would want to tell me to make content. Jeremy came to my house one time. Grace Point too. I floated the idea. You probably need someone else to take it across the finish line. I used to work in this building, by the way. I had a contract with a buddy of mine. This is a loan line for DC Housing here. They didn't have the phone system set up. Nothing was working. So these people have been out here for hours upon hours, like 12 hours or so. Anyway, that was Jared. I didn't see this Max B guy was shot. I just saw that he was shot at, but oh yeah. Here's some news, interesting, as it relates to what we just saw on the screen here.
With buyers now holding most of the cards. Joining us now is Corey Burr with TTR.
I like to focus on DC. One of the things I think is interesting about DC is the economy is very, very stable. There's never been an up or down. Well, there's never been a down, I should say. As long as I've been here, things are pretty much fairly stable because the people have jobs and they have pretty much guaranteed jobs. And so this is interesting to me.
Louise International Realty. Corey, thanks so much for joining us.
Good afternoon.
All right. I know it's ever changing, but right now, what do you see in the market and what are the factors you believe have caused the changes?
Well, I think there's great relief that the shutdown is over. And I think we're going to have a little bit of a relief rally as a lot of buyers who had been standing on the sidelines during this tumultuous 45-day period are entering the market again in all price ranges. And I think that even though there were parts of this year that were very difficult with DOGE and with the tariff policy going back to the springtime, we're seeing more strength in the fall market. And I think that's going to continue into the holidays and into next year.
It's interesting you bring up the government shutdown because that really was not top of mind when it comes to buying houses. I mean, people were worried about their paychecks, worried about if they, how long they'd be without a job. But the housing market, you saw a difference there.
Well, things got slow for a while when the shutdown took place. And so much of real estate purchasing is a confidence decision. And when people don't have confidence that the federal government is going to function properly, they just decide to wait. And so it's caused a lot of angst on the part of sellers who aren't getting the prices that they were expecting. And the buyers think that they can go in with very low offers. What's going to happen, though, is those buyers who are waiting are going to end up seeing a lot of activity very quickly in houses that had been on the market with some perhaps price reductions. They're going to start going under contract, and then a lot of buyers are going to start jumping back into the market.
Okay, so maybe some buyers have pulled out and waited for a little bit of a shift, which sounds like it's happening now.
Yes, I think so. We really want interest rates to continue to go down. We're right around 6% right now, which is the lowest in the last year. So a lot of the conditions are very conducive for buyers right now. The inventory in Washington itself is at a 5-year high. The days on the market is 47 in DC proper, and that's the highest in the last 5 years as well. So it's a much different purchasing process for buyers right now. And those who have the confidence in the future and who have a sense that they've got confidence that they're going to stay in the area for the next 3 to 5 years, this is really the most ideal time to buy since the beginning of the pandemic.
So we're talking about confidence in a lot of things here. One thing that I've heard from many homeowners is that they don't want to sell because they themselves have low interest mortgages, which they got probably during the pandemic. The Trump administration is now considering something called a portable mortgage, which would allow a homeowner to transfer their current rate to a new purchase. Can you explain that a little bit?
So essentially, yes, so many people have locked in a 30-year fixed during the pandemic in the upper 2s or the 3s or the 4s. And the thought of losing that mortgage to go buy another property and be around the 5.5 range for an ARM or a 6% range for a 30-year fixed is just not very appealing. So those people aren't conducting house purchases the way that they typically have. This portable idea, I really applaud the administration and the government for investigating any idea that will help real estate and our economy. So this portable idea, from what I understand it, it's still very early and there's a lot of things that need to be worked out. But one would be able to apply this existing mortgage to a new property. The only problem I see with it is if somebody is going to, say, sell a $500,000 property and they've got a $400,000 mortgage and they want to buy up to a little bit bigger house, let's say for $600,000, that's a gap between the $400,000 existing mortgage and the $600,000 purchase. So they're going to have to come up with a way to get that down payment of $200,000, or there's going to have to be a market for second mortgages to make up that gap.
Interesting. So they'd have to come with cash in hand or that second mortgage to make up that difference.
That's the way that I am initially seeing it right now.
More than likely, it'll be a second mortgage. Very few people will have $200,000 just walking around.
But again, the current environment is very difficult for first-time buyers, and local and state governments have gotten their foot in the door of real estate transactions for decades, and they've made the cost for transacting real estate extremely expensive. Really, they should back off, and they should lower transfer and recordation charges. They should provide tax abatement for a year or two for first-time buyers. And then I think we'll get this home ownership rate, which is sadly only in the mid-60s for our country. It should be much higher than that because people would really like to own property rather than rent. But if these governments stay very tough in their policies, we run the risk that we're going to become a country of renters with investors owning all these properties. And I don't think that that's what our country wants.
This week on 7 News, we had 2 reporters. We had our Brad Bell and our Nick Bannock look into the housing market when it comes to Virginia, D.C., and Maryland. And some shocking news is that first-time home owners, that average age is going up. So we're talking about 40, 50 years old. Is that surprising?
Well, it's terribly disappointing. It's not surprising. Our region has become so expensive. And as I just mentioned, these transaction costs to get your foot in the door for a first-time buyer are so expensive. Even with a myriad of programs for first-time buyers, it doesn't have enough of an enticement for people to get on the first rung of the real estate ladder. Once people experience the joy and the great lifestyle of owning their own property, they typically stay with owning real estate the rest of their lives. But the fact that we've gone from the median price sort of in the low 30s several decades ago to more into the 40 to 45 year age now, it's just a very disappointing aspect of our marketplace in the region.
And when it comes to renting, again, speaking with people in the newsroom who are coming upon a lease, they're seeing those prices increase significantly to stay where they are.
Well, that's true. Landlords are taking every opportunity to increase rents around the region. But amazingly, nationwide, rents are subsiding a little bit.
I don't like that.
The rental cost makes up a big part of the consumer price index that we get every month from the federal government, except perhaps this last month, because of the shutdown, we might not get it. But having moderating rent is really going to help keep moderate consumer prices, and that hopefully will give the Fed more ammunition to reduce their Fed funds rate.
All right. Well, we will stay on top of that. Corey Burr, thank you so much for your insight when it comes to the housing market in the DMV.
I like what you're saying in terms of the longer people are renting, the better for me. Can't complain about that. Okay, here's something interesting here. Let's see. Damn.
Get out of the car. 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 Hey, stop. Hey, out of the car. 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 They said you stole stuff. Do not leave. Get out of the car. Then get out. No. Then get out. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Then get out. Get out of the car. 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 Hey, stop. Hey, out of the car. 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 They said you stole stuff. Do not leave. Get out of the car. Then get out. No. Then get out. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Then get out. Get out.
She's kind of cute too, you know, not a bad, you know, terrible looking girl. Got this stupid shit on her head, but it says she was stealing something, so she refused to get out of the car. Anyway, the cop, I think, let's see, what did it say? I think he was found not guilty for killing her. Look. Damn, she was pregnant. That's right. Pregnant black woman accused of shoplifting alcohol. Have mercy. What? Have mercy. No, she wasn't. Here she was stealing alcohol. God, no wonder. No wonder I bookmarked this to talk about this later. She was stealing alcohol, and apparently she was shoplifting the alcohol. He was acquitted of all charges, including murder. The officer Connor Grubb faced a possible life sentence for tequila. Let's see if she's on there. She got to be on Facebook somewhere, right? Got to be on Facebook. Let's see. There she is. He's acquitted. She's got to be on Facebook somewhere. How do you find these people on Facebook? Twitter. Maybe she's on Twitter. They may have scrubbed her account already. Let's see. Yeah, hold on for 1 second. Let's see if they scrubbed their account already. Anyone have her like Twitter account or anything? Let's see, what would it be on? People? No results. Facebook. She gotta have a Facebook, right? Shit. Gotta have Facebook. What is it? Tequila Young. Gotta see what she looked like on Facebook. Gotta see what she looks like. Maybe I don't have this shit. Anyway, whatever. But you know what's interesting about this? Check this shit out. Watch this guy. Pay attention to this shit.
medical. Road raging. He came up around the side, like on the merge. You know where the what's the one that takes you northbound, eastbound over there? Where's he going at right now? It's in the car on the passenger side. Yeah, no, it's 100% happened. I shot at him, dude. I didn't even know he had a kid in the car. Not in control. There's a kid shot in the back seat. Notify supervisors and stuff. Thanks, bro. I'm so sorry. Do you have the ID? Okay. I'm going to school. Take a minute when you get a chance. I need your ID. I'm so sorry. Okay, we'll get this all taken care of. Whose car is this? Do you mind having a seat in your car with him and just chilling? No, okay. No, he has to stay. He's a witness. Shut your mouth, sir. I understand you're upset. I can't even imagine what just. So you're merging here?
Yeah, the bigger point I want to make about this was the white man committed a crime, or he was, accused of committing a crime, and he just voluntarily, consented to the police officer. The black woman, on the other hand, got herself killed. The white man, he's still alive. He'll be fighting out in court for better, for worse, but the black lady didn't give herself a shot there. So that's what I think is, you can draw the distinction there between the two. That's how you should behave. Man, there's a couple stories. Man, I got to get to some of these stories. Here's another one. Let's go.
Like a shocking story that you will see only on 7 News. This man on your screen is in jail after he was accused of raping a woman, and that's not all. Police say he continued to terrorize and threaten the victim even after he was put behind bars to stop her from testifying against him. Tonight, our Felicia Ashley is digging into the case and explains why 2 others are now facing charges.
Court records show the original plan was to allegedly kill the victim, but she brought her friend. Then the 2 suspects allegedly planned to bring her to Pennsylvania and leave her there so that she wouldn't make it back in Maryland in time for court the next day. But court records show that the suspect was allegedly such a bad driver that she ended up getting a flat tire and dropping the 2 victims off in D.C. instead.
Lord have mercy. Did y'all hear that shit?
Next day. But court records show that the suspect was allegedly such a bad driver that she ended up getting a flat tire and dropping the 2 victims off in D.C. instead. Take a look at this. After 20-year-old Kayvon Edwards was arrested for allegedly raping a woman in PG County, investigators say he got his girlfriend, Robin Bainum, to befriend the victim, start working at her job, and send her these messages, telling her to drop the charges. When that plan didn't work, 1 month later, investigators say he got the mother of his child in D.C., Sierra Lee, to befriend the victim on social media and start texting her. The victim too by claiming that she was a hairdresser that needed a babysitter. When the victim showed up with her friend, Lee lured the 2 women to the back of the home and down into the basement. That is when investigators say Bynum popped up and started stabbing both of the women before duct taping them and tying them up in the basement while also screaming at them to drop the charges. Look at this. It's a video image from court documents showing Lee and Bainum putting the 2 victims in the back of a car next to the home on the 2400 block of Irving Place in Southeast. Multiple neighbors told me they remembered hearing a lot of chaos, but didn't know what happened until I told them today.
The world we living in right now, nothing that seems to be shocking anymore. It's not like it used to be.
Court records show Bainum and Lee dropped the girls off here.
Yo, this right around my way. Damn, you could kidnap a sister girl right
here while they were still duct taped and locked in the car. They then called Edwards and told him that they were dropped off and would not be showing up to court. But the girls were able to escape. They walked up Minnesota Avenue and found help. Take a look at these investigative images revealing what was found inside the car. Duct tape and blood on the seats. Court records revealed recorded jail calls between Edwards and Lee that show Edwards telling Lee, quote, not to let him down, to have fun, and to make sure she's dead. Court records show that the rape charge was dropped because of burden of proof issues. Lee, Bainum, and Edwards are all facing federal charges. For now, reporting from Southeast DC, Felicia Ashley, 7 News.
You know, this right around my way here. Oh, shit. Oh, man, I shouldn't be laughing. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't be laughing. It's a tragedy. This is very much a tragedy, I promise you. Thoughts go out to that family. Honestly, sad here. To lighten up the mood a little bit here, take a look at this.
Why don't we have drywallers like this in the United States anymore? This is an American craftsman from the 1950s, and he is incredible. He is working with basically one single tool, a drywall hatchet. Look at his dexterity. He's driving nails faster than we do today with cordless drills. This is how drywall was done in the United States back then. And now, he's making the outlet box cutout. Absolutely perfect. No tape measure, no rotozip, just his little hatchet. That one tool is his saw, hammer, and tape measure all in one. But what he does next with this archway is even more impressive. I bet most drywallers today couldn't even do this.
I got this same thing done in my house right here. I didn't even know you could do this with drywall.
To remember, this was almost a century ago. This proves one thing. You don't need expensive tools to do good work. You need skill. Now watch how he makes that arch. He scores the back paper of the drywall. That's what allows the board to bend perfectly without breaking. This is a Gypsum Association archive clip. Why don't we have drywallers like this in the United States anymore?
Seriously.
This is an American craftsman from the...
Yeah, that's amazing right there. Again, I had an arch like that. I'm sure there are people who do it still to this day, but you're hard pressed to find very good drywall people like that. So anyway, very interesting. Very, very interesting there. What are you saying in the chat, Sam? What are you saying? So yeah, I think they dropped the charges. Yeah, because they couldn't prove that that he did it. That he did the deed, so they had to drop the charges. It's so much I want to cover here. What time is it? How long should I go? I go to 3 o'clock. How about that? 3 o'clock. I go to 3 o'clock. Where should I go here? What do I want to cover first? Damn, so much stuff to cover. I'm trying to think. I showed the ACLU stuff. The blind guy. Show that. All right, let's show this. I'll do this.
We're here to announce the indictment of 32 reputed gang members as part of what's called Operation Shadyville. This is the largest single gang takedown in the history of Queens County. It is the second largest gang takedown, which included different gangs also from this administration, which was about 3 years ago. This is a 97 count indictment against, like I said, the single gang called Badco Ballout Gang, which is made up of both self-made Mac ballers and 5-5 neighborhood Crips. We have charged a total of 13 incidents of gunfire, 13 fatal shootings, 2 non-fatal shootings, 8 shots fired incidents that did not strike a person. 14 out of the 32 of the defendants are in fact shooters, and there are 6 individual victims, 3 murdered by gunfire, 1 struck by the car driven by an innocent man who was shot and killed by the gunfire, and 2 non-fatal shooting victims. This violence spanned across the borough of Queens County. It was in Queens Village, Hollis, Jamaica, Fresh Meadows, Kew Garden Hills, St. Albans, and Cambria Heights. Approximately 17 firearms, which you have before you, were seized during this investigation. We allege that these defendants have become the most violent gang in the borough of Queens County, creating fear and violence throughout this borough. The defendants are variously charged with murder, conspiracy, weapons possession, related charges. All have been charged with at least conspiracy in the second degree, face up to 15 years. Others have been charged with conspiracy in the first degree. They face over 25 years to life. 6 of the defendants are charged with the conspiracy in the first degree. Like I said, one of the highest charges available to law enforcement today. 23 of these defendants were apprehended yesterday morning by our partners in the New York City Police Department, while 6 of the other defendants were already incarcerated on other matters. 23 of the defendants were remanded or held on high-dollar bail in court yesterday by Judge Holder and Judge DiBiase. We thank our partners in the judicial system for their efforts. 3 defendants remain unapprehended. 6 will be arraigned at a later date. We allege that the leader of this gang is called Javan Atapuko, who goes by the street name Shady. He was responsible for arming and organizing local teenagers. He also gave permission to gang members to shoot rivals. The group primarily operated from Atapuko's home in Queens Village. And remember, the Queens Village is a quiet resident.
Yeah, all right. We got the point here. Let me roll through a couple things. Shout out to Aaron C, man. Shout out to all the supporters, actually. Every time I shout out one super chat, honestly, it's a heartfelt thank you to all of you. I had a clip that I was going to play from Pastor Manning and our sit down, and I'll get to that at some point. But is this, this thing right here really is,
you know what's
yeah, tell them. Freeze on loose.
When you first came onto the scene, bro,
right.
I thought you was putting on. I ain't gonna hold you. I thought you was doing a lot of like extra leaning into it until I saw you out in the field, bro. Saw you out in the field. I saw you out there. When you called that black dude a nigger in front of the cops, I was like, oh, this ain't no internet nigga, man. This for real. Real thing this.
And I promise you, listen, oh shit, man, y'all motherfuckers forgot to tell me, but my memory never fails. So what I did was, I'll show you later. Let's get to this. No, fuck that. Let's get to this. This is for the big hat lover in you.
Maybe I'm too woke, but I don't find the quarter zip shit funny because I also didn't find it funny a couple years ago when all those black men put on suits and then stood around in suits. I don't understand what men in general, but especially black men's obsession is with defining themselves by their clothing and not really actively doing any. It's not deeper than just like, well, we can put on suits. I can also put on a suit. What is the point that you're trying to make here? Like, it's like costume. Like, let's dress up as the social idea of success or productivity or decent, productive human being. I don't know. I don't even understand what y'all are trying to communicate to us. Y'all are constantly like essentially dressing up as white men. Like, that's kind of the underlying idea. Suits, quarter zips, like associating yourself with this like stereotypically white style. Hello? Do y'all not see how that's one, offensive to you as a black person, upholds white supremacy, but is also reductive of your like humanness? I don't know. It's like everything all the time with them. Nothing latches. Like maybe I'm.
And you see what she's saying. you know, like a lot of times women don't need all of that superficial stuff. They just want, you know, a man's man. And, you know, not a man is going to change up his dress as the wind blows. They want a man that's going to be consistent. And quarter zip today, you know, sweatshirt tomorrow. And I don't think that changing with the wind is very appealing to women. I think women like stability, consistency. And, you know, I don't think women are that keen on fashion with men. I was talking to my lovely lady Lisa about it today or yesterday. She said she's not. You look how I dress every day. She didn't even think about it, you know. But the things that mattered to her, I got that in spades, my nigga. Got that in spades, and I think that's what, you know. I think a lot of these men who come up in these big hats and quarter zips and whatever the hell they're wearing now, they should really focus on things of more substance. And I think that will get them much further. And I think, unfortunately, for them, they would have to find other things to talk about. That's what I think. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Give me 1 second. I'm running the whole show here. Oh, shit. Yeah, I think they would find it much more. Their relationship would be built much more on solid ground if they got away from the superficial things. You got a whole bunch of men talking about quarter zips today. You can hear it later. Yeah?
I don't find the quarter zip shit funny because I also didn't find it funny a couple of years ago when all those black men put on suits and then stood around in suits. I don't understand what men in general, but especially black men's obsession is with defining themselves by their clothing and not really actively doing any. It's not deeper than just like, well, we can put on
pull a knife
suits.
over here.
I can also.
Anyway, that's what she's talking here. You know, I said I was going to talk about football. I got to do that. It's been a topic on my mind. I joined, what's the guy's name? Damn, Big Dog Sports. And so there's a couple of things I saw in, oh yeah, it's over here. It's over here. It's over here. It's always places. And so a couple of things I saw. I said, damn, that's, wow. Down my way, Alabama. Yo, shout out to Aaron and C, man, with $2 super chat. Enjoying the night caps, night ops. Yeah, night that is for sure. Hey, I don't know if you heard about this. You hear about this? One of the people going to listen to me, this is what the guy says. UAB football player Daniel Mincy stabs two teammates in his training facility hours before their game. He is an offensive lineman, and the two guys he stabbed are defensive lineman. The shit gets worse than that. Let me see if I have this story in my box. Otherwise, I'll pull it up. This shit is crazy right here. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, all right. Let's see. Yo, this story is crazy right here. You got to hear this shit. Pass this shit on to Universal. Yeah. Take a listen.
University of Kentucky football player faces an attempted murder charge after a stabbing incident at the University of Alabama Birmingham's practice facility. The university said 20-year-old Daniel Mincy was taken into custody this afternoon after allegedly assaulting two of his teammates at UAB's facilities earlier this morning. The lineman redshirted his freshman season at UK, transferring to UAB in May. UAB police and public safety say the injuries are believed to not be life-threatening and that there is no threat to campus. Mincy has been charged with aggravated assault and attempted murder. Despite the incident, the team elected to play their afternoon game today against USF.
I ain't gonna let her off with that. That's all she got. That's all she got. Boy, can you believe this?
A former University of Kentucky football player
we gotta
faces
get
an
to the meat of
attempted
this.
murder charge after.
She not telling us the full story. That's all she got. Here it is.
You're tuning in. But here's the wild part, folks. It was actually a teammate. Yes, a person on the team stabbed 2 of his teammates, folks. He has now been arrested. I can't believe this, man. Now we have some unconfirmed reports on who it is. We'll show you the picture of the football player who's the suspect. I'm assuming an argument went wrong. I believe this actually happened at like breakfast, maybe a team breakfast or something like that. And things got out of control, and the player decided to stab 2 of his teammates. Now, since this was actually a breakfast, did he take a butter knife and stab them, or a fork and stab them? I mean, what was the extent of the stabbing? That I'm not really sure. But what we do know is that this player has now been arrested. And something's telling me, guys, that he probably won't be on the football team anymore. He's probably going to be kicked out of school. He's probably facing prison time for attempted murder, in my opinion. If you actually stab 2 people, especially your teammates, why did you do it? This is absolutely wild, guys. Let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go. Right over here, guys, on CBS Sports. Multiple UAB football players stabbed at team facility before game versus South Florida, per report. The suspect is in custody, per a university statement. It says here, 2 UAB football players suffered stab wounds in an incident that occurred at the school's football facility on Saturday morning. I believe there's another report saying that this happened yesterday, but anyway. According to AL.com, 1 person is in custody and authorities say there is no threat to the campus. Quote, UAB police and public safety is investigating an assault that took place this morning at the football operations center. Injuries are believed to be...
I gotta stop this Negro. He's just running on at the mouth. What do you guys think this shit is about? Like, let's do a pop quiz right now. I put a poll up. Look, I promise you guys my witness right now. God is my witness right now. I'm trying to figure out a way how to do this shit. I should just put a poll up, but I want to make it worse. Put a little money on the line here. So I'm trying to figure out. No. Let me see. I got this shit in my email. Hold on. Let me see. What's that nigga name? What's his name? Let's see. Shh. I don't know why I look it up first. Before I find it. Let's see. Don't look it up. Because I got it. I got it. Damn. The reason why he did this shit is amazing, bro. Man, the reason why he did this shit is truly fucking amazing. Where is it at? Where is it? Yo, the reason why he did this shit is amazing. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good if I can find it. Damn. I know I got it. Where did I put it? Oh, let's see. Oh, did I find it? Is this it? Oh, is this it? Oh. Is this it? Look, somebody put this. Somebody said tarantula heads. Somebody said tarantula head. Let's see. Damn. Hold on. Here it is. The answer's in here somewhere. I saw it. Damn. When you read this shit, it's gonna blow your mind. What's his name again? Let me see what his name is. What the fuck was his name? Mitch. Okay. All right. When I read you this shit, it's gonna blow your mind. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Is this it? Damn. I wonder why I keep saying this. Is it what? I know I saw it. Maybe this wasn't it. It was the reason why he did this shit. Damn. Fuck. I can't find it. This. Yeah, I don't want to ruin it because I could be wrong. Hold on. Let's see. Damn. God damn. I can't believe. Well, I gotta find this shit now. I gotta find it now. Anyway, let me do this. Look, check this shit out.
Well, Amazon has announced its latest project to bring affordable housing to the DMV.
Damn, I gotta
This
find
comes
this
after Amazon moved its second headquarters.
I'm
to
looking for
Arlington
some.
last
I got some real
Everybody
good.
is happy with the
Why don't
proposal. Katie Reed has the story.
Back when Amazon announced that their HQ2 would be moving to Arlington, Virginia, they also announced an investment of over $2 billion. Now, that would be used to create and preserve 20,000 units of affordable housing. Now, they've already started projects in Virginia. Now they're expanding to Maryland and also the district. Now, their latest project here in Congress Heights, some people are saying it's not just all sunshine and rainbows. And they're saying
It's my neighborhood, ladies and gentlemen.
projects like these could allow people to fall through the cracks. Amazon is investing $147 million to create and preserve 1,260 affordable housing units across Washington, D.C. These development projects will either construct new buildings or refurbish existing ones with projects in 6 out of the 8 wards. However, only certain residents will be eligible based on their income. D.C. resident Michelle Mitchell was born and raised in Congress Heights. In 2010, she was close to being forced out of her apartment on Alabama Avenue. She recently just won the legal battle against the landlord with the help of D.C. Attorney General Racine.
We fought for 9 years to get to this place. Some people give up. So
Now, why don't these people just move?
Other people out there
You're gonna be fighting your landlord 9 years. Why don't you just move, lady?
experiencing
Nobody,
what we went through.
nobody. It's right around the corner from me. Literally, honestly, like 2 minutes away.
I pray that they would get the assistance that we got.
Mitchell says she's thankful that she qualifies for Amazon's new Congress Heights project and welcomes the
They're gonna put a chip in her ass. She gonna be Amazon. She gonna be on a number Amazon and Whole Foods.
new development that will help others like her.
To see the change and to know that I grew up in this area and to see the area transform the way that it has.
Like
So
DP,
it's
look,
a
listen.
blessing.
Trust me, nigga. Trust. They think John Gall gonna be like tough on their ass. Amazon with that efficiency. She living in an Amazon apartment building. Like, if your rent ain't delivered right on time, the paperwork, everything will be filed so efficiently, you'll be out as fast as you could ever be evicted in Washington, D.C. She won't get the grace of a nickel like John Galt. They better understand. Laugh now. You getting all these amenities from Amazon now. When that rent come late, Amazon, you're gonna be talking to some big corporate organization, and it's gonna be like press 1, press 0. They're not gonna have any time for you. How many blacks like this woman have you seen we had calling me, begging me, right? Her children, her grandchildren, renting from me. They want to replace me with Amazon. And we're gonna see how that all turns out for these people.
I pray that they will get the assistance that we got.
Mitchell says she's thankful that she qualifies for Amazon's new Congress Heights project and
Thankful.
welcomes the new development that will help others like her.
To see the change and to know that I grew up in this area and to see the area transform the way that it has. So it's a blessing.
Attorney General Carl Racine says housing projects like the ones Amazon is funding across the district leave out the poorest community members who don't fall into the income range, as well as longstanding residents and community members of color. He told DC News Now that only 6% of affordable housing provided by Amazon in Virginia went to the lowest earning people.
This is a matter of policy and priority. If you care about the people who help make DC great, hardworking folks who may not make as much money as folks who are just coming into town, then you will prioritize affordable housing around their needs.
That's how these people living it. Like, whoever would have thought? Listen, when Amazon tried to bring jobs to New York City, the people voted it down. Now they're bringing housing. Whoever would have thought that Amazon would now be involved in housing the poor of all people? Like, this plays right in line with what Be Brave and all those global corporate machine people are talking about. They're going to have the poor with their food stamp card, EBT card, whatever, basically living in and basically consuming everything from Amazon. Don't you think Amazon is going to have an advantage over Walmart as it relates to selling people goods, living in Amazon-owned housing? That is truly amazing. That is truly amazing. That is truly amazing. I didn't know the extent of that, but that's very interesting.
But Catherine Buell, the director of the Amazon Equity Trust Fund, says that's not true.
We're being very intentional about servicing those customers where there
You think Sister Gal here? Look at this beating down. I know exactly where this building is. You think Sister Gal is going to be able to outsmart Amazon? Come on now.
is no affordable housing funding or public funding available. Many of the traditional public and affordable housing sources, such as your housing choice vouchers, such as your low-income housing tax credits, those really do focus on those more deeply affordable projects.
Now, the area median income of these different projects range anywhere from 30% up to 80%. And for more information on that, head to our website, dcnewsnow.com. But for now, reporting in Congress Heights, Katie Reed, DC
Yo, this right around the corner for me. This is amazing. I did not know this. Hey, Art, I followed, what's the name? Ivan Bates. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, dude, you probably, this is my skeptical side, to be honest with you. Here's what I say about Ivan Bates. And I don't know anything about him. I used to listen to WBAL, the radio station. I'll show it here every day. Day after day after day, I used to listen to WBAL. And Ivan Bates used to come on there. This is WBAL. What? WBAL? 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 Yeah, here's WBAL right here. Right here. I used to listen to WBAL every day. And Ivan Bates used to come on. And if I could be honest with you, from me listening to him, he couldn't be all the way honest. It's my opinion. And I think that even if he is well-intentioned, sooner or later he bumps into the glass ceiling and say, hey, man, you're going too far in dealing with what you're trying to do, because there's so much money that generated on this criminal class of people. Look at Trayon. Look at, what was it, Tavon White? I think it's Tavon White. I mean, he got women pregnant in the Baltimore jail, and he's out of prison now. Are we saying anyone could or would have done anything in that city? You talking about Baltimore? I'm not sure what your question is, but Ivan Bates, man, you know, he's going to run. You know, I talked about the guy. What was his name? Cellulite. Matter of fact, for those of you that weren't here, I'm going to show it to you again. I probably got a clip of this shit. Let's see your videos. All right. Yeah, I probably got a clip of this shit. I'm gonna show you this. And this is what I think Ivan Bates is up against, honestly. It's always this shit. What? All right. Let me just scroll down and find it. I think I found it. Just said it. I found it. Damn, I am good. Listen to this, guys. This is what Ivan Bates is up against. This is a different example. It's an example. I don't understand. What is he saying right there? I don't really get what he's saying. You need me to play it again for you?
Yeah, because I don't know what the fuck he said.
I don't know, but I think
grow, if you kind of understand what I'm saying.
I don't understand. What is he saying right there? I don't really get what he's saying. You need me to play it again for you?
Yeah, because I don't know what the fuck he said.
I don't know, but I think what he's saying is.
I hope I explained it in that way, but I think the delivery may not have fit the perspective unless you give the perspective time to grow, if you kind of understand what I'm saying.
What is he saying right there? I'm not quite sure. What
Jesus Christ. John, that was bad.
I think what he's saying, Universal, is
Austin.
Yeah. That's what he's saying right there. So listen again, now you'll get it.
And in that way, but
yeah,
I think the delivery may not have fit the perspective unless you give the perspective time to grow, if you kind of.
And so what this guy is saying, this is Cellulite, and I'm gonna walk you through what happened here. You guys heard that, right? And I'm gonna play it one more time, just for so listen again, now you'll get it.
And in that way, but
yeah,
I think the delivery may not have fit the perspective unless you give the perspective time to grow, if you kind of.
He's talking about my delivery, the words.
Yeah,
you got it. You understand? Now listen to this. And so that's what this guy is saying. And I know you said, well, what the hell are you talking about this in the Ivan Bates? So now watch this. Mm-hmm.
It's the same issue that people have with you.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's who he's talking about me, right?
Really? Oh.
Yeah. I just got off the phone with this guy.
I didn't know that.
Right?
Okay.
This is a guy. This is Sell Your Soul. That Sharon Bracey, low IQ, said the reason why we don't have a Pearly is because blacks are scammers. And he pushed back a little bit on Sharon. So I said, damn, maybe this guy's about something. But then he started talking about he fell out with a white man over the Black National Anthem, a Honduran man over the Black National Anthem. He's trying to get into politics. You understand?
Yeah.
He's trying to do a Fugazi. No Fugazi. But no Fugazi, remember him, when I went up on this panel, he had to do but white people do it too, right? And so this black, because see, they're always going to have that conflict in their mind.
That's the idolatry.
Right. This black right here fell out with a Honduran who they shared similar political views because he believes in the black national anthem, and Honduran said, man, that's racist. You shouldn't have a black national anthem. We should just have one anthem for all. That's why he fell out with, so that's why he can't do politics. That's why he'd be very
his
limited.
worldview.
Right.
His worldview has been blackened.
Right. And he believes that there's a black nation with a black anthem that exists within America. The Honduran said, well, I left my country. I want to salute the American flag. You can't bridge that divide. Right? You understand? How do you bridge that divide? He's going to either have to give up on his anthem, or the Honduran is going to have to change his mind about what a nation means. Can there be nations within nations based upon race? And they have their own. He didn't come here for that, right? He's not going to ever align with that. That's this man's, his point of view, and he's going to try to square that with politics. It doesn't work. He's not going to be able to go far in politics talking like that, believing that there's some kind of fucking black nation with a black national anthem. And so this is him.
Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, was he an old head? Like I said, I just jumped on.
Yeah, he's older. He's older. Yeah.
Yeah. So he might have seen the JBL days, And I was just trying to understand, like,
he's 50.
How is this related? How is that relatable to what's going on? Like, we got fucking battleships in Venezuela, right?
And the white man want to talk high-minded shit.
Everything, and in God.
No, listen to this. Here it comes.
Call from the light-skinned God.
That's Angry Man calling. Did you hear that?
The light-skinned God, yes.
The light-skinned Jesus. God.
Don't hang up.
Call from the light-skinned God.
What's up, OG?
Not much.
Hey, Dolomite Artifacts, if you're in the audience, who asked me about Ivan Bates? I want you to listen closely to what light-skinned Jesus did right here. And this is the kind of interference that Ivan Bates, if he's legitimate, if he's true about what he's trying to accomplish, this is the kind of interference that Ivan Bates will incur at every step of trying to do the right thing. A light-skinned God will call in to run interference. Here I was on the call with Cellulite. The light-skinned guy heard me schooling Cellulite. The light-skinned guy gets up at 3, 4 in the morning, leaves his wife in bed, and got to go to interrupt this phone call, just like Stanley did with Here for the Tea. Just like Stanley did with Afrodamas. The light-skinned guy got up out of his bed, left his woman, to go call in to a nigga who's being schooled by another nigga. That's what you be hearing right here. And the nigga that's being schooled is a nigga that think there's a black national anthem worthy of praising. And listen to the light-skinned guy, Dolomite.
What's up, OG?
Not much.
Wait a minute. Pause the drop. Did he just get a phone call?
Yeah, he takes phone calls online. I was on the phone with him
And
earlier.
the phone announced as the caller as the light-skinned guy.
When you use Google Voice, they say, give us your name. An angry man wrote it.
Wow.
Angry man said the light-skinned God.
Oh, wow. Okay, roll the clip.
Give me 1 second, Universal. 1 second. So the light-skinned God is on the phone. And so there was an angry man calling in there to interrupt me schooling the soul. You like sell whatever the fuck his name is. Sell you like soul you like whatever the fuck. So light-skinned God, I'm telling you, this was like 4 in the morning. This fucking nigga probably was listening and said, wait a minute. John Cock going to town with this nigga. And I got to call and interrupt. And that's what he said. He said it exactly on there. And that is what Ivan Bates is up against, honestly. Damn, I was hoping I could have found that clip of the young boy. I swear it's him. Wasn't it who stabbed, shot? No, was it football player shot? There's so many of these motherfuckers. It's so many. Oh, it was one shot. Let me see, football shot. Hold on. Who got shot? Have you ever done a stream with Obsidian? I don't know who Obsidian is. Who the hell is that? The angry lady. Angry. No, I don't know who is Obsidian. I've never heard of him. I'm fairly new to it. I just heard of Pearly the other day. So I don't know who Obsidian is. Damn, what the fuck is that, man? I wanted to find this. Jeez, man, it's gonna blow my mind. But while I'm doing this, someone sent me this, and I'm gonna see if you guys catch it. Look, I'm gonna play the last part of it. This is all you need to see is the last part. Look.
Okay, can you believe it? He said that was a long weekend.
No.
And the mayors were 18 or 19 were murdered. And you know what is in Chicago? They're doing very poorly. So 4 were murdered, 11 were shot. I would say, and that was not a bad week for him. Okay, that was not a bad week. He said somewhere 18 or 19 were murdered. And you know what his excuse was? Yeah, but that was a long weekend. Okay, can you believe it? He said that was a long weekend. He's bad. And the mayor is worse. I mean, that mayor is worse. Low IQ, very low IQ. And
did y'all get it? Obsidian is it modern day Socrates? Is he black or white? He's the guy that was in. Oh fuck no! I ain't listen, man. Listen, listen. I don't want to talk no modern day Socrates Negro. Period. Man, I don't want to talk to him. Like that shit sound boring to me. Sounds boring to me. Like I could be convinced. I could be changed, and my mind could be changed. But like all that debating and shit. Like I just think it's pointless. Every panel I go around, I see them. This versus that. I don't find it very interesting. I'd rather be up here by myself and just talk about what the fuck I think than having these pointless debates back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. On and on it goes. But, but I love to have a talk with him if you say he's some kind of smarty arty. But I ain't trying to have any debates, man. That's just me, though. It's just not my thing. Oh. I want to share. I got something. Where is it? Yeah, I'm just kind of like freestyling right now. Is this it? Yeah. So I saw this the other day. One night I was up and I was, I just scrolled through whoever's stream and see what they talking about and all this shit or whatever. And so check this shit out. So this is I never watched this guy's channel before. It's a Witch Doctor.
I think
shit.
so. It's crazy, right? And we're gonna get into this in a minute, so I don't want to skip too far. But like, if you know anything about Brooklyn, I went to one of the roughest middle schools in Brooklyn. I went to what's called IS 271, and IS 271 they've been beating up people, parents, and stomping.
I'm gonna do.
But anyway,
I'm
filling them in, and then you're trying to make it where they're
people before we give them that.
Hold on. Anyway, so this guy here, I don't know who he is. Witch Doctor, whatever. Is that his name? Who is this? Yeah, wait a minute. I saw this person in chat tonight. Is this person still here? Is this person in the chat? They gave me work phone. See. Anyway, this person was in the chat, I think. Anyway, so this person's Stanley was streaming one night. Damn, I thought I had it. Anyway, Stanley was streaming one night, and I guess he had run out of content to play, and he started playing this person's content. And so the person got in Stanley's chat and was like, "Yo, bro, can you at least wait till I'm not live anymore to stop playing my content?" I think this was, I'm pretty sure it was Witch Doctor. Let me see. Witch Doctor. Yeah, sure it's Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor. Whatever. All right. Whatever. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was him. Damn, I want to define that shooting that happened. Is it a shooting or a stabbing? One or two. Let me see. Wasn't this one? Wasn't that one? Wasn't that one? Yo, I caught the bus from right here. This is where the football player was shot the other day. I caught the bus at 34th and 9th. And this shooting was at 38th and 8th. This is where the football player was shot, right?
The outside.
Like, it was just a shooting. Look how flippantly this black is behaving. He not even ducking. He don't give a shit. Different people. I gotta find this, man. I gotta find this. Is this it? Not that. Klay Thompson, I'll cover that another day. Yeah, we covered that. It's not what I'm looking for. I want to cover that another day. Covered that. I could cover that. That's not worth it. That's a story. Oh, I want to cover that. That too. Damn, where is it? Not that. Not that. Nah. Sheesh. Damn. It was something I wanted. State Street shooting. Teen charge. Breaking 9. Nope. 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 What is this? Rewrite it? Nope. How we covered that? Shit, I have to regroup, guys. God almighty. You know what? I gotta regroup. Tomorrow it is, guys. This nigga high as a motherfucker, by the way. Let me go fast. I am the nigga, Young Dog. This high ass nigga.
They don't dance no more. It's all about the lean. Back in the day, crack was jumping on the scene. Now they slumped on the sidewalk. Can't talk. Golden era baby, but we still feel the rock. They used to be kings, now they lost in the scheme. Popping them bottles, throwing money, living dreams. Now they zoned out and mumbling, fumbling. No rhythm in the city, the whole shit crumbling. They used to rock the house, they was riding through the streets. Remember there was dancing, sliding to the beat. Now it's poison in their veins, ain't no pulse on the street. Guess it's over now, they accepted defeat. Back in the day, the rock had a wild and free. Different story now, they got no energy. New drugs got them slow with the hit unload. Out close and they don't dance no more. Rock used to be jumping, top shit they was on. Now it's lights out, guess the thrill is gone.
I am the nigga, Young Dog. I bring you to your rough, rugged, and raw, nigga.
They don't dance no more. It's all about the codeine. Back in the day, they was rocking on the scene. Even dancing in the rain. Now they nodding off. Shit just don't hit the same.
I am that nigga.